Agony is Marvel Snap's newest card, which you can earn by playing the new High Voltage game mode, and as you can see, I've managed to rack up enough points to be able to unlock and use Agony. So in this video I'm going to go over the first deck that I've tried out with Agony, and I think it's quite a good one as well. Maybe not something you would think to use it in, but yeah, let's get into the deck and see how it goes. But firstly, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like and subscribing, that would be greatly appreciated. It takes 2 seconds, so I'll sit here and give you 2 seconds just to do that. All done? Perfect, let's get into the deck. So this deck is based around Agony and Cerebro, so it's a bit of a modification of the Cerebro 2 deck that you might be able to play. And in case you don't know what that is just playing 2 power cards, which means that Cerebro will be able to boost each of those cards' power evenly. So you don't have any particular cards that are higher power than any others, so every single card gets boosted. With Agony in the mix as well, it does mean that you can play down Agony first and then Cerebro on top of Agony to then make the Cerebro 2 power, which then means that it boosts its own power. Alternatively, you can do the same but with Iron Man instead, so being able to give Iron Man 2 power, which would then be doubled to 4, and then Cerebro hitting it as well, it just boost the power there, which is very nice. I've also included Storm in the mix as well, just in case you get any sort of unfavourable locations that either create negative power to any of your cards or ones that boost power even, so that it kind of throws off the line of play that you want to carry on, because it is important that each of your cards have 2 power. You can play Magic there instead of Storm, but I felt like considering all of these cards are quite low cost anyway, I didn't need the Magic in most instances to try and play all the cards that I wanted to play. But without further ado, let's get into some gameplay. So we have Agony, but there's also X-Mansion on that left hand side. Not particularly great for us unless we pick up Storm. Please, before the end of turn 3. That's all I can hope for. Or a 2 power card. I can also ask for that. I will put down Ravonna there for the moment. I also hope that we don't lose Eternity Range, but I don't want to put anything there until we pick up Cerebro, which we have just done. So I might as well do that now anyway. We haven't picked up the Storm though, which is frustrating. Not going to be able to do very much about that though. So all we can do is play the lottery and hope that it's a 2 power card. That is so incredibly lucky. That is... Yeah, fair enough. I got exactly what I wished for. Right, so Iron Man down. We've also got the Mystique, which can now hit the Iron Man. We've also picked up a Brood of our own, which I am going to play in the middle. Yes. I just still can't believe that we actually managed to get a 2 power card on that left hand side. And yeah, then I'll get the blue Marvel down. Just in case for whatever reason they can win that left hand side, but I don't think they can. I actually can't believe that. That is victory. It's nice when RNG is like on your side for a change. That is just so lucky. So no Agony off the bat, but we do have the Iron Man initially, which will be able to benefit from Agony. Obviously other 2 cards being Cerebro and Mystique. We do have our blue Marvel as well, just to be able to boost that power once we do pick up the Cerebro. But yeah, for the moment, if we don't pick up Agony, we'll just get Mr. Sinister down, and it's even quite a good sort of end of game trick up your sleeve, having Agony and like Cerebro that you can play off of. And we do pick up the Agony, which is nice. Black Vortex does kind of mess up our line, because I don't necessarily want to turn any of my cards into a 6 cost. I need them all to be 2 power. And it really wants us to play something that isn't 2 power. And we do have the Cerebro already, which will play on Agony. And then from there, I guess maybe we could storm the middle. As long as we pick it up after it gets shuffled into our deck. But that's pretty much like the perfect line that we can go down with Agony and Cerebro. Storm. Obviously doing some of their weekend challenges. So we don't pick up our Storm, which is somewhat frustrating for us. And I don't necessarily want to play that Shadow King. I think I'm going to wait until I potentially do pick up Storm and see where we are. And we pick up the Brood as well. I think for the moment we'll just get Blue Marvel down. It's still going to be a decent amount of power across those 2 lanes. It's just, yeah, without that Storm in the middle, it really messes up our plans. Okay. So what are we going to do instead is the question. Again, I don't particularly want to play in Black Vortex, so I'm going to have to probably just give it up. I mean... we'll try this and see what happens, maybe? Yeah, that's so frustrating for us.
Apocalypse.
I mean, we still somehow managed to win.
Victory.
I assume they thought that I was going to try and get a 6 cost card in the middle. Without thinking that it wouldn't benefit me there. So tried to discard some more on Morbius. To get Morbius boosted up, but I still don't understand why they wouldn't just play Apocalypse. I'm not complaining though. Okay, well, we'll get Iceman out for the moment. It's nice that we have Storm in hand initially as well, just in case there are any locations that mess us up. They just play Scorn immediately. I'm assuming they're not actually playing a discard deck and they just want to use Scorn for their weekend objectives. Okay, well, Magic obviously gives us an extra turn to be able to pick up what we need. Aunt May's is frustrating for us. So I'm thinking maybe I go and storm that now.
I want the throne.
Killmonger's also not ideal.
Wind, aid my hand.
And we do pick up the Agony as well, which do we try and play that there so then at least we can get some power on that right hand side just because we don't have, say, Brood or Mr. Sinister that we can play over there? It would have been nice if we had Nightcrawler, to be honest. I mean, we can still very easily win that right-hand side with Blue Marvel in hand. So we'll get Blue Marvel out now. We could always Mystique the Blue Marvel. We do have Brood as well. I'm going to Mystique on that left-hand side. I was going to say I'm open to losing the left-hand side, but if we pick up Shadow King, then there is the potential to win that left-hand side as well. Which we can't do, unfortunately. But I guess we might as well play out Mr. Sinister and Ravonna and see what happens. Okay. I'm so glad that that Sage couldn't be any bigger.
Victory.
I was very, very, very scared about that. And I'm glad that we didn't need the Shadow King in the end to win it either. Feast is nice because it does mean that we can at least try and play like the Iron Man out early or the Storm out early in this case. With Limbo as well, so we've got even more of an opportunity to pick up the cards that we want to pick up. I think I am going to turn off Feast though. I don't know what their deck is, but
Aid my hand.
they may be able to benefit off it more than we will, so... And we do pick up the Agony. Obviously, I will need to wait until I have a card to use it on, or I can use it on the Iron Man that I've already got. It's nice that the Acid Arrow can't come over, but obviously that Athena is going to keep building in power. I'll get Mr. Sinister down there in the middle. I'll get Agony down. I just got to remember to not playing anything over there that isn't 0 power. Gets a nice little +2 for them. Okay, and we do pick up the Cerebro. But I'm thinking, do I still stick with Iron Man? And then come out with the Cerebro afterwards? I mean, if we do pick up Mystique, that would be very nice as well.
I am Iron Man.
Not quite what we were hoping for, but yeah, we do have the Cerebro obviously still in hand. I mean, it doesn't really actually matter where I play the Cerebro now. I'm also thinking whether I move this Nightcrawler out of the way or not. Obviously though, yeah, I think I'm going to. Athena is going to get up to 9 power, which will put them on 10.
Iron Man.
And then we have our Mystique, which would hit Cerebro. It just depends on whether we want to do that or Blue Marvel instead. I think we still Mystique. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully that's enough in the middle. There's also a lot of power on the right hand side for them. Fantastic. Okay, well, Sakar's going to drag one of these cards out. Any one of them I'm not really complaining about, to be honest. Quantum Realm as well. I mean, that perfectly suits exactly what what our deck is all about. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that really helps, because with Iron Man, obviously, Cerebro and Mystique, anything that I place into Quantum Realm, that's completely ideal. That is as long as we actually pick up Cerebro, for example. I think that's a no-brainer to put that one down.
What a game!
Amazing. You also have picked up the Mystique instantly, which is also fantastic. And then we can either choose to Blue Marvel over on the right hand side next, but then Monster Metropolis, if they don't play anything else there themselves, obviously boosts up Blue Marvel's power, which will throw off the Cerebro hitting all of these other cards. So I do need them to play something high powered over there if that's my plan, which they haven't done. So for the moment, I think Iron Man in the middle. Unless I did want to Blue Marvel it Storm it instead. But I don't think I do. I want to get the Iron Man down. And then, yeah, I mean, being able to Brood and Storm that on the next go just gives us so much power over there. And 36 in the middle is already very nice.
I want the throne.
I definitely need to change my
That's
underwear.
a lot of destroyed cards. And the Ravona as well. Okay, so yeah, I think that I'm going to go down that route of Storm into Brood. I mean, we should be winning the middle. And we'll have quite a lot of power on that right hand side now. Obviously, we're already up on the left as well, so odds are in our favour to be able to win at least 2 of these lanes. But those are almost my famous last words.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yeah, that is a crazy shift in power when Storm was getting that boost.
Venom.
Okay. What's going to be over there? Sabretooth, okay. Brilliant. Nice and easy.
Victory.
I'm assuming that they were just going to think that I wasn't going to play anything down on that right hand side. But yeah, very nice. Okay, so we're going to be able to fill the board quite easily with Mr. Sinister and Brood, which I'm never going to complain about. Bar Sinister, I mean, if we do pick up the Cerebro, would be very nice. Or even Blue Marvel we could play there, couldn't we? But effectively, I'm just going to be trying to win both the left and right lanes. Okay, and if I plan on doing that, then I do need to fill up that right-hand side sooner rather than later. So I'm going to... I was about to put Mr. Sinister down. I feel like I'm going to need to hold off on that for the moment.
I'm about to juice this up.
It would have been useful if they played on Feast, though, just so we would have had an extra power here. We have picked up Storm, which we could quickly go and do this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. And then Blue Marvel on the next turn.
Wind, aid my hand.
And we have got Cerebro as well. Which actually, Cerebro is probably more beneficial for us to play there. I'm going to play Mr. Sinister down first, then Cerebro. We can always play Blue Marvel on that left-hand side if we need to. Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount of power.
It's clobbering time.
That does mess us up a little bit, but at least we've got one Broodling there that is on enough on enough power. And I mean, I think they're probably... I mean, they're going to put at least one card down there, so they're going to win the middle no matter what. Maybe... I think if I want to just guarantee that I've got enough power on this left-hand side, I'm going to need to put Iron Man down. They could put Cyclops... I mean, let's just go for it. They could put Cyclops down here with... And if they've got energy saved over, it might ruin a couple of them. Yes, obviously, definitely won. The middle? Cool. Okay, yeah. It was not an issue in the end, thankfully.
Victory.
Yep, don't like that very much, but we do have the Storm that we can use on that left-hand side, so it doesn't ruin our Cerebro. Okay, and we pick up our Agony as well. So we'll definitely get that down. And then I can either choose to Storm that left-hand side or Cerebro the Agony already. Oh. Right. That changes things a little bit. So Cerebro now is already on 2 power, so we can't play on the Agony. And we currently don't have either Mystique or Iron Man. If we were to pick up Iron Man, that would be quite nice for us. Shadow King instead, which now actually we can't play in the middle because it's going to reset Cerebro's power. Oh, this is rather frustrating, isn't it? Unless I Storm that left-hand side, then Shadow King it. Yeah, might have to. Which feels counterintuitive to
Wind, aid
take power
my
from my own
hand.
card, but I think it makes sense in this case. And then yeah, I think I'll fill up that left-hand side still. Oh wait. Ooh, almost made a mistake. There we go. I mean, that is quite annoying. Okay. Still somewhat frustrating that we couldn't use that agony at all. But it is what it is. And hope that this is just enough power. Oh, you are having a laugh. Oh, that's actually still worked because it didn't count as me playing the cards on that lane.
Victory!
It was all fully calculated, to be honest. I never actually doubted myself at all.